Okay, so we will be looking into baseball game which has some pretty weird rules, right? So we'll be keeping scores of a baseball game with some strange rules, and at the start we will have a empty record. That's fine. Okay, so if it has an x, then we'll have to just insert a new record, which means x needs to be an integer. Fantastic. If it's plus, if the sign is plus, then the record of the new integer will be the sum of previous two scores, which means the last two scores will have to add it and store a new score. Fantastic. If it is a d, then we need to create a new score, like add a new score while doubling the previous score. Nice. If it is a C, then we'll just have to invalidate the previous score and remove it from the record. Fantastic. So, and at the end, we need to return the sum of all the scores in like whatever which is available and inserted. Fantastic. Okay, so let's just see an example pretty quick. So 5 is a valid integer, so it's fine, it will be inserted. 2 is also a valid integer, so again fine, it will be inserted, and definitely we can use tag here. And C, which means it is invalidated, and we need to remove it from the record, which means you can see that invalidated, remove the previous records, which means it was 5 and 2 before, now it is only 5 present. Nice. Next is D, which means double the previous score, which means 5 plus 5 is 10, right? Fantastic. Next is plus, which means 5 plus 10 is 15, and we need to add a new score too. So we have added, and at the end we need to return the sum of all these things. So 10 plus 5 is 15, 15 plus 15 is 30, right? Fantastic. Okay, so let's consider a bucket kind of thing which will act as our stack, right? So my bucket went 2 down. This time also it went somewhat down, but let's manage with this. Okay, so our first element is 4, right? Okay, Mr. Four, just get inside it. So it is an integer as well, and it is like valid integer, so it's fine. Next is minus 3. Again, this is fine, so get inside it. Next is 4, again an integer, so again, Mr. Four, get inside it. Okay, so next come is C. Oh, so this is not an integer. So, what's the rule for C? That we need to remove one record from our existing records, right? So what Mr. 4 needs to, Mr. 4 just needs to go away, which means I'll have to remove Mr. 4, right? Fantastic. Okay, so next in line is Mr. C is done, right? So next in line is Mr. D. Oh, again it is not an integer, right? So what is the rule for D? So rule for D is new score double of previous record, which means our score is 3, the last one. So I need to double it, which means minus 3 plus minus 3. Oh, plus minus 3, right, will be equals to minus 6. Fantastic. So it will be minus it will be minus 6, right? Fantastic. So what's the next thing now in the line we need to do? That is that is 9, right? A very valid integer, not an issue at all. So it will be inserted. Fantastic. Okay, next in line is plus. Fantastic. So what is the rule for plus? New score, that is the sum of previous two scores. Fantastic. So 9 plus minus 6. What will be it? It will just be, let me just write it. Writing is only the difficult part. It will be 3, right? Let's insert 3. Fantastic. So again, next in the line is plus, right? So again, plus is new score, which is the sum of previous two scores. So previous two scores is 9 plus 3, which will be 12. Yeah, this will I'll not like make you understand by doing this simple arithmetic calculations. You get it, right? So you understand what we need to do. Fantastic. Now, what do we need to return it? So what I need to do right now, is I need to plus all of these and I'll have to just print it out. Fantastic. So let's just do is 9 minus 9, right? It will just go away. 17, and the final output we will be getting will be this will just go away. This is 7, 7 plus 2 will be 19, right? Fantastic. Okay, so let's take up a stack pretty quickly, right? Let me name it as final. And I'll be taking for loop, right? Where it will be lower than, and yeah, this time I just copy it. It is good for, you know, not getting typos. Then I plus plus, fantastic. Let's get a condition. Okay, so if I get something like plus, I'll have to do something. Okay, so in case of plus, what was happening? Last two records, I'll have to plus. So suppose if I just take these two, I'll have to plus 4 with minus 2, right? So suppose right now, okay, so suppose if I use this, then again I'll have to use this too. So this is the topmost element, suppose. This is the second topmost element. So I'll have to store it so that I can get the next one. So I'll store it, which means final dot top, right? And if I need to go to the, okay, then I need to somehow remove it to access this second element, right? Which means final dot pop. So this is removed. Now we can access the second element, right? So I can directly add them and store it to a integer variable so that we can use it, right? Final dot top again. Now it will access the minus 2 one, and we have the store already with us. So right now, if you see, I'll have to insert a new element, right? And I'll have to keep all these three as it is, which means this is popped out. I'll have to insert it again, right? Before inserting a new element, which means the thing which we have already stored, right? Final dot push store. First, we'll have to add this 4, which was popped out, which will help this in this case, and then final dot push now the added value, which is this one, right? So both of them are inserted. Okay, so next in line is else if the operations, if it is C, right? So if this is C, then we need to just pop it, like we just need to remove it. So pretty straightforward. Pop else if operations is equals to D, right? So in this case, what I need to do for D, I just need to double it, double the previous record and store it, right? Push to star final dot top. Fantastic. And if nothing is the case, suppose if it is satisfied all three cases, all the thing which is left, it is an integer, right? So in this case, we will have to use final dot push stoi and inside it operations dot I. In case you don't know what is stoi, I've just made a Google search. It means string to integer. Okay, so like if you don't use this stoi, it will return you a, like this particular thing. Like if you use some other method, it will just give you a ASCII values, which you don't want right now. You just need the exact integer which they will be giving you, not their ASCII values. Okay, so you'll have to use stoi for better operation and better things. Fantastic. Now we need to get the total sum, right? Total sum is equal to 0. So let me just put up a while loop where final is not empty, right? Total sum is equals to final dot top will give me the top value, and I need to access the later values as well. So I'll have to pop them out, right? And at the end, I just need to return the total sum. So let's test this and let's submit it. Okay, so it completes successfully. Nice. So thanks for watching.